Data centers aren't the only things that companies are spending billions of dollars to build in the United States. With President Trump threatening steep tariffs on pharmaceutical imports, the drug makers have announced a ton of manufacturing and R&D commitments in this country. Take AstraZeneca. That's the Anglo-Swedish pharma giant. In July, AstraZeneca committed to spending $50 billion on U.S. production and R&D by 2030. And today, as part of that commitment, the company unveiled a $2 billion investment in Maryland to expand an existing biologics manufacturing facility and build a new state-of-the-art facility for the development and supply of new molecules to be used in clinical trials. Earlier, we had a chance to speak with Sir Pascal Soriot. He is the longtime CEO of AstraZeneca about today's news. Check it out. Welcome, Mr. Soriot.
How are you, Jim? Good to see you again.
I am fine, and I'd like to know right now, where are you? Because it looks like you're on a construction site.
Yes, exactly. I'm in Frederick. We are just announcing a $2 billion investment in Maryland. And the big part of it will come to here, Frederick, where we're building a new biologics manufacturing site. And you see here behind me the photo space of this new building. It's a tremendous investment, and we're all very excited about it. The second part of the $2 billion will go to a new state-of-the-art clinical manufacturing unit in Gettysburg, Maryland, too.
Now, one of the things that I know we're all proud of is when we build these great factories, they produce a huge number of jobs. How many people do you think will get employment as you build this facility?
About 2,600 people will get a job. Some of them will be highly skilled scientists and technicians, engineers in the factory, and also construction workers. So quite a lot of jobs created over the next 5 years during the construction period.
Now,
and importantly...
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, sorry. No, I was just going to say, importantly, this is the fourth announcement we make over the last 6 months. In Virginia, in Coppell, Texas. Also, we are building a cell therapy plant in Maryland. So, you know, it's part of a $50 billion commitment that we have announced we will invest in the U.S. over the next 5 years in R&D and in manufacturing.
Now, that $15 billion commitment, which is just huge, also comes with what I regard as being a good deal for your shareholders, too, involving a deal that's made by our president, correct?
Absolutely. And as you probably noticed, our share price over the last year or so has been up 15%. Last time I talked to you was just after the ASCO, the American Society of Clinical Oncology in Chicago, where we were on the high because we had announced very great oncology results. So thank you for picking us, and thank you for being so insightful, recommending us about a year ago.
Well, sir, I have to tell you, I've always felt that your stock is undervalued because you have one of the best cancer portfolios, maybe the best, and under you pivoted dramatically toward that and going to your strengths, not, I'd say, making it so that you're in a whole million different baskets. Tell us exactly what your breast cancer portfolio is doing right now, because it does seem like it's maybe among the best, if not the best.
Yeah, we have a tremendous portfolio in breast cancer. So recently at the ESMO, the European Society of Medical Oncology, we presented new data for our products in HER2, in HER2 positive or HER2 low breast cancer, which is a substantial proportion of breast cancer patients. Tremendous data in early treatment. Also, we announced results of that way for what is called triple negative breast cancer, which is a terrible disease affecting typically young women, and there's not a lot of great treatment for this disease, and patients pass away very quickly, unfortunately. So really tremendous results, and we demonstrated overall survival benefit. So, and we continue building. We have products in clinical development. So we believe that we are going to really make a big impact in breast cancer over the next few years.
I hope people realize that you're taking on the tough cancers. A lot of people feel like when you hear that someone dies very quickly, it's almost impossible to do the kind of test that is necessary. But your company's put a lot of money at risk to do that, and it has worked out for obviously for the patients, but for shareholders. It's something that most of the drug companies won't do.
Yeah, this is a great point, actually, Jim, and that's something that people often actually underestimate. There's the cost of development in our industry, but also the risk associated. I can tell you we meet as a team twice a month reviewing our new projects, and very often, most of the time, actually, I sign checks for several $100 million. The other day, for a new program in breast cancer, I signed for 2 studies, phase 3 studies, so a total of $1 billion. And if that fails, of course, it's $1 billion wasted money. So the risk associated with the work we do is very high. But thankfully, we have been very successful. We've had a success rate in the last maybe year, 2 years of about 80-90%. So it's been really very successful. And of course, shareholders have appreciated.
Well, definitely. I mean, actually, for a lot of drug companies, it's been the exact opposite. They have a failure rate of 80%. So this is rather amazing. Now, I want to talk about the most favored nation agreement you reached with the president and why it will actually benefit shareholders, because a lot of people would say, wait a second, if they have to cut price, they're not going to do well. But it looks to me like a pretty good deal for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we have been able to address the president's goals. And I say goals because I believe he had really 2 goals. The number 1 goal, of course, was to reduce the cost of medicines for American patients. But his number 2 goal was to not destroy the industry. America has a leading position in the world in biopharmaceuticals innovation, and it's really important to maintain that lead that the country has globally. So the challenge for everybody in the industry was, how do you reduce prices of pharmaceuticals, but at the same time do not destroy the industry in the process of doing it? And the answer to this was what the president calls equalization or rebalancing. So patients in the US can pay less, but patients in other wealthy countries pay more because there has been a disconnect of prices developing over the last 15 years between the US and Europe mostly. So this rebalancing will enable us to achieve those goals. And I think again, shareholders have appreciated the fact that, of course, it will bring a little bit of pain to our financials in the near term, but we can definitely absorb this. But at the same time, provide visibility and certainty over the horizon. And we can now refocus on what we do well, which is innovating for patients.
Well, it's clear that what you're doing is working because the stock has been among the best that I follow. The last question, you will be changing your listing status soon in February. What do you think that will do for your visibility in our country?
Yes, absolutely. You know, we have a goal to achieve, to reach $80 billion revenue by 2030, half of it coming from the United States, 50%. So we're very much a US company. We have 25,000 colleagues in the US. We have 2 large R&D centers, 16 manufacturing sites, more to come, $50 billion commitment in investment. And we wanted to make sure that American investors, large and small and medium size, could buy our shares. ADRs are, of course, an option, but they're not a very convenient option for many investors. So we are now listing our shares on the New York Stock Exchange to enable shareholders in the US to actually buy our shares and benefit from the growth this company can deliver in the future, because we're not only investing in oncology, we're investing in cardiometabolism. Just received phase 3 results of a new drug for hypertension. Fantastic results in patients who have hypertension. They are on 3 drugs, not controlled. So as you can see, we're investing across a variety of disease areas.
Well, look, we're thrilled that you will be changing the listing. I look forward to interviewing you in February when you do that. And congratulations on your incredible success since I've seen you last. It's really rather remarkable. Great job, sir. Really, really great job.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much.
That's Sir Pascal Soriot. He's AstraZeneca CEO, and this has been one of the best performing stocks of this era. Mad Money's back after the show.
Coming up, Cramer takes your calls, and the sky's the limit. It's a fast-fire lightning round. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow at Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. Hashtag Mad Mentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.